What's up guys? It has been a very long time since I'm back and a lot of things happened. So today we're going to check out something very interesting and let's go check it out. Ever since the very last lockdown, the previous lockdown, right? I think everybody starts but no choice to adapt the work from home culture, and there's something missing. So what happened is, now we spend so much time at home, it becomes such an important space because we work there, we live there, basically we spend almost the entire day at home, right? Number two, there has been some changes in the makeover, guys, and if you can see behind me right now, this is not just any unit, yeah? This is our latest show unit with the intention to, number one, showcase our designer's masterpiece, right? Number two is to actually bridge that gap between the customer's expectation and reality. Well, let me elaborate. The makeover, guys, started off with the mission of enabling people to have better homes, right? And our main target audience back then was property investors, because we realized that if you were to repackage your unit, which is your product, then you will attract more tenants to rent from you, either at a faster pace or a higher rent, which is your customers. And we are super grateful that our work are being recognized in the marketplace, hence our team gets to expand, our talent pool gets to expand, and now we are even expanding our business. So if you have seen the previous announcement, Easy Home and the Makeover guys are actually the same team. What does that mean is, we now serve both property investors and home owners. But the main problem is the expectation for these two parties are entirely different. Because if you are a property investor, our team is trained to provide you that optimum solution, right, in terms of budget, which is like a good enough level to be above your competitors and get your units rented out at the desired pace or price. But then as a homeowner, this category then runs on emotions. Well, with still the constraint of budget lah. But the main difference is actually homeowners will be living in the unit. They will be fully experiencing whatever they paid for instead of just using them as an investment tool, right? For example, what are the qualities of shoe cabinets and how many dividers, right? The color palettes, the tones, then the finishes for your kitchen top, right? Whether is it quartz, whether is it just solid surface, or whether it's just solid wood or timbers or whatsoever, right? Then even the hinge for all the cabinets, right? The hood and hob, what are the specs, how many burners and things like that. But you gotta always balance that between several factors. Number one, budget. Number two, preference of brand. Number three, the canvas space, which is the size of your house. I want 6 burners, but then my kitchen only so small. Alright. Therefore, in this unit, you are able to experience all these yourself firsthand. You can literally touch them, right? What are the finishes like? Because all of those look super awesome in pictures. Yes, we admit they look super awesome on pictures, but how does it feel like? Is it cheap materials like what everybody say? No. So before you judge, right, why don't you just come over and see, especially for first-time home buyers, right? You are going to get your keys by the end of the year. Why not pay us a visit in experiencing like how we use designs to conceal certain hideous parts of the building? For example, like if I don't address it in this manner, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb in the center of your house. You wouldn't want that, right? Then what are the difference between blinds and curtains? Then what are the specs of the sofas? What are the specs of the bed? Because our team do get comments on both sides of why so cheap and why so expensive. The answer to both of these questions can be resolved by a visit to the show unit. Especially for new customers, right? This is definitely a great news because back then all the customers didn't have all this to really touch and feel before they decide to make over. But we are super grateful for them. But now, if you really like, because your first home a budget of around 40 to 50,000 is not a lot, it's also not little as a budget. We really want to spend it wisely, right? Hence, do come and experience our design. That's like paint jobs, wallpaper jobs. You check out how our designers dress up the ceiling. It's just incredible. Then how do we match the lights and things like that, along with organic forms that cross boundaries. I can go on and on with this, but what I encourage everybody to do is to just pay us a visit, do contact our team, because as we all know, SOP is required. So we will need to limit the number of visitors in this space at any particular moment of time. So please do connect with my team and they will arrange accordingly, but check those out. This is going to be my new workspace really. I should do my... So just a quick glimpse, right? So you will get to experience the shoe cabinets, right? The dry kitchen, the wet kitchen, the top, the hinges of the cabinet, the hood and hob, the chairs, the furniture, right? All these the decorative items, the lights, the ceiling, then the dining space, right? The types of chairs that we use, the wallpaper treatments to walls, the difference between blinds and curtains, the optimum size of the TV versus your living room, right? Then the bedroom, like what kind of pillows, what kind of specs of bed we use, how do we address private spaces versus public spaces like this, work desk if required because of us working from home, right? So I think that's about it for this episode. Thank you very much. It's very, very good to be back, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.